opening greeting for World News Greenty, your trusted source for fast, accurate, and unbiased international news. Here we bring you the hottest global updates, in depth analysis, and diverse perspectives on the world's most pressing issues. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a story. Thank you for choosing World News Greenty.
Here is today's news: massive UAV attack, Moscow threatened on the night of May 27 to 28, increased military activity near Taiwan in May 2025, ongoing tensions, tense situation in Yemen. On May 28, 2025, Israel attacks Sanaa Airport.
Massive UAV attack, Moscow threatened overnight, between May 27th and early morning of May 28th. In a dramatic escalation of the conflict between Russia and Ukraine, nearly 100 unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs, launched a coordinated attack on the night of May 27th into the early morning of May 28th, directly threatening Moscow. This unprecedented incident not only forced Russian air defense systems into full operation, but also raised serious concerns both domestically and internationally. 1. Night of May 27-28. A historic UAV assault. As the new day began, the skies over Moscow were filled with the roar of UAV engines. According to Russia's Ministry of Defense, this was one of the largest drone attacks the country has ever encountered. Air defense forces promptly responded and successfully intercepted most of the incoming UAVs, though the scale of the assault underscored both the seriousness of the ongoing war and Ukraine's expanding offensive capabilities. 2. A nationwide threat beyond Moscow. The attack extended beyond Moscow, hitting multiple regions including Bryansk, Belgorod, and other provinces. Russian air defense systems were mobilized across the country to protect civilians and infrastructure. The unusually high number of drones involved marked a significant escalation in the nature and intensity of UAV warfare in this conflict. Immediate response from Russian authorities. In response to the attack, Russian authorities implemented temporary restrictions at major Moscow airports such as Domodedovo, Vnukovo, Sheremetyevo, and Zhukovsky. Emergency military meetings were held to assess the situation and plan countermeasures against future drone attacks. The rapid mobilization demonstrated the seriousness with which Russia views this evolving threat. 4. Defense Ministry. 296 Ukrainian UAVs shot down. The Russian Ministry of Defense reported that between 9 p.m. on May 27th and 7 a.m. on May 28th, a total of 296 Ukrainian UAVs were intercepted. Notably, 42 of those were destroyed directly over the Moscow region. These figures reflect the sophistication and readiness of Russia's air defense systems and highlight the growing role of drones in modern warfare. Tasher 5. Societal impact and public reaction. The news of the UAV attacks quickly spread, sparking anxiety among the Russian population. While many feared for their safety, others viewed the interception efforts as a symbol of military strength. The incident has triggered discussions on the potential for new policies regarding the military's future strategy. Media coverage, both domestic and international, amplified global attention on the Russia-Ukraine war. 6. Moscow, 42 UAVs intercepted over the capital. The interception of 42 UAVs over Moscow became a focal point of analysis. Experts suggested the attack might indicate a shift in Ukraine's strategy, moving from border regions to targeting Russia's political center in an attempt to send a powerful message. Ukraine's military strategy, targeting the capital. This assault could signal Ukraine's intent to strike deeper into Russian territory, especially symbolic and strategic targets. Using UAVs to attack the capital demonstrates not only technical capability, but also a potential psychological warfare strategy aimed at weakening public morale and testing Russia's defense infrastructure. 8. Bryansk. No casualties, but civilian property damaged. In Bryansk, the governor reported no casualties, but confirmed damage to a house and 6 vehicles. Though not fatal, the incident revealed how the conflict has expanded to affect daily life for civilians, particularly in border areas. The constant threat of UAV strikes could lead to prolonged fear and uncertainty among the population. 9. Belgorod. Heightened tensions, civilian anxiety. Belgorod also came under attack during the same time frame. While there were no casualties, the presence of UAVs stirred anxiety among residents. Local officials began implementing protective measures and assessing damages. The regional government is now considering recovery plans to help affected civilians resume normal life. 10. Security measures and recovery efforts. In both Belgorod and Bryansk, local authorities moved quickly to secure the affected areas and begin recovery efforts. While material damages can be addressed, the emotional toll on the public will require sustained community support and reassurance from officials. Conclusion: a new chapter in the Russia-Ukraine conflict. The overnight UAV attack between May 27 and 28 marked a significant turning point in the conflict. With 296 drones shot down, the event not only drew worldwide attention, but also raised deeper questions about the evolving nature of the war and its future direction. Regions like Moscow, Bryansk, and Belgorod are now at the forefront of Russia's internal security concerns, highlighting the crucial role that air defense and emergency preparedness will play in the weeks and months ahead. Increased military activity near Taiwan in May. Escalating tensions draw global attention. Military activity near Taiwan surged in May, drawing significant attention from the international community amid rising regional tensions. Recent developments point to a series of assertive military actions by China, particularly involving the deployment of aircraft and naval vessels close to Taiwanese waters. Growing military presence near Taiwan. A heightened geopolitical flashpoint. As geopolitical tensions continue to intensify, the escalation of military operations near Taiwan has become a focal point. This situation not only poses a direct threat to regional security, but also carries potential ramifications for global economic and political stability. Key events in May 2025. May 2025 has proven to be a critical period, marked by a notable increase in Chinese military drills around Taiwan. These exercises are widely interpreted as demonstrations of strength and preparedness, aimed at deterring any movements by Taiwan toward asserting independence. Moreover, the ongoing tensions have had a ripple effect on trade negotiations between the United States and neighboring countries. China's mobilization of military forces near Taiwan is seen not only as a tactical maneuver, but also as part of a broader strategy to exert political pressure across the Asia-Pacific region. Responses from Taiwan and the international community. Taiwan has issued strong responses to China's growing military activity. The Taiwanese government has announced heightened vigilance and enhanced defense capabilities. In addition, Taiwan has called for support from the United States and its regional allies to uphold its sovereignty and national security. Globally, many nations are closely monitoring the situation. Several countries have condemned China's military maneuvers and expressed solidarity with Taiwan. Chinese military intervention in this area is viewed as a destabilizing factor that could lead to unintended conflicts. Impact on the stock market. The increase in military activity near Taiwan has also shaken investor confidence. Markets have reacted cautiously, with growing fears over regional instability prompting sell-offs and a decline in stock values. As uncertainty rises, investors are turning to safer assets such as gold and government bonds. This trend is contributing to further volatility in the financial markets. Taiwan reports detection of 45 Chinese military aircraft. A particularly alarming incident occurred in mid-May 2025, when Taiwan reported the detection of 45 Chinese military aircraft approaching its airspace. The scale and frequency of such intrusions underscore Beijing's growing determination to assert its claims over Taiwan. Details of the incident. On May 15th, Taiwan's Air Defense Forces detected 45 Chinese military aircraft nearing the island's Air Defense Identification Zone, ADIZ. While such incursions have occurred before, the magnitude of this event is unprecedented and suggests a more aggressive posture by Beijing. The aircraft included a mix of fighter jets, bombers, and transport planes. Analysts view this as a clear signal that China is continuing to build up its military capabilities and could be preparing for more assertive actions if the situation escalates. Taiwan's military response. In response, Taiwan's military quickly mobilized its forces to monitor and track the aircraft. Combat readiness drills were conducted to strengthen preparedness, and defend Taiwan's airspace. Taiwan has also renewed calls for military support from the United States, its key ally in maintaining regional security. Reports suggest that the U.S. has begun preparing contingency plans in case the conflict intensifies. Strategic implications of the aircraft incursion. The discovery of 45 Chinese military aircraft near Taiwan carries significant implications for both Taiwan and neighboring countries. It highlights the growing strain between the two sides and raises concerns over the possibility of future military conflict. History has shown that military power is rarely a long-term solution to political disputes. Nevertheless, the current climate presents both Taiwan and China with complex and difficult choices. Diplomatic impact and regional strategy. This crisis may lead to a reassessment of foreign policy strategies across Asia. Nations such as Japan, South Korea, and members of ASEAN may be forced to recalibrate their diplomatic and security approaches in response to the shifting dynamics. Tensions around Taiwan pose not only a regional threat, but also a broader challenge to global peace and security. Countries will need to weigh their next steps carefully to maintain stability. Conclusion. The surge in military activity near Taiwan in May 2025, coupled with Taiwan's detection of 45 Chinese military aircraft, has emerged as a major concern for the international community. This development threatens regional stability and could trigger significant geopolitical and economic shifts. Regional powers must respond with prudence and foresight to navigate the evolving landscape, safeguard peace, and prevent further escalation. Tensions escalate in Yemen. Israel airstrikes Sanaa Airport on May 28, 2025. More. Key development. Israel strikes Sanaa International Airport. On May 28, 2025, the conflict in Yemen took a dramatic turn as the Israeli Air Force launched a large-scale airstrike targeting Sanaa International Airport, a facility currently under the control of Houthi forces. The operation was described as precise and targeted, causing significant infrastructure damage and raising serious questions about Israel's strategic intentions and broader objectives in the Middle East. Background and strategic implications. Yemen has long been a battleground for proxy conflicts involving various regional and international powers. Israel's direct military engagement signals a major shift in its foreign policy approach, particularly toward Iran-linked militant groups like the Houthis. Analysts believe the strike was aimed at disrupting weapons and personnel transfers between Iran and the Houthis, while simultaneously sending a strong message that Israel is ready to act decisively to safeguard its national security. 3. Damage and humanitarian impact. Local reports estimate that the airstrike inflicted damages worth up to $500 million. Sanaa International Airport serves not only military purposes, but also plays a vital role in civilian transportation and humanitarian aid delivery. Its destruction threatens to severely limit access to essential goods, medical supplies, and humanitarian assistance for millions of Yemenis already living under dire conditions due to years of conflict. Israeli military tactics and technology. The operation involved over 50 fighter jets and the deployment of more than 50 precision-guided bombs. Far from being a standard military strike, the air raid showcased the technological sophistication and strike capability of the Israeli Air Force. Military analysts noted the use of cutting-edge aircraft and high-precision targeting systems as evidence of Israel's evolving defense capabilities and its commitment to degrading Houthi military strength. 5. Implications for Houthi forces. The Israeli airstrike has significantly weakened the Houthis' logistical and operational capacities. Losing such a strategic hub could hamper their ability to coordinate and execute military campaigns in the short term. However, it may also push the Houthis to intensify efforts to seek additional military support from external allies, particularly Iran, a move that could further destabilize the region. 6. International reactions and escalation risks. Israel's action has drawn considerable international attention. While some Western countries might back the move amid concerns over Iranian influence, humanitarian organizations and several Arab nations may condemn the strike for its civilian impact. The attack raises questions about the effectiveness and consequences of using military force to resolve regional disputes, and it may complicate peace efforts in Yemen, a country already ravaged by prolonged war. Strike summary, detail, information. Date, May 28, 2025. Target. Sanaa International Airport, controlled by Houthi, estimated damage approximately $500 million. Aircraft involved, over 50 fighter jets. Primary objectives, military infrastructure and transport aircraft. 8. Conclusion. Israel's airstrike on Sanaa International Airport is more than a mere military maneuver. It's a geopolitical statement with far-reaching consequences for regional stability and humanitarian conditions. While the strike may offer short-term tactical success against the Houthis, it also risks triggering broader conflicts and undermining diplomatic solutions. The future of Yemen, and the balance of power in the Middle East, now hinges on how global and regional actors choose to respond in the days ahead.
Thank you for watching World News Greenty. We truly appreciate your time and support. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, share it with others, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell for more global updates. See you in the next video.